Hi, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to episode 2 of Project Budget Metro. Well, things have moved on a little bit since our last video when we did the collection and the walk around of the car. And you see the Metro is still up on the lift. So we've started doing a little bit of work to this. Off camera, Dad has now replaced the points and the condenser, and the car is running much more sweeter now. Running really well, in fact. Yeah, so obviously we still have some little fine tuning to do, but we are much better than we were to begin with. As you can see, the wheels are off the car. You saw that at the end of the last video. So the tires are now off those wheels and they're now ready for a refurbishment. And we may get to start that at the end of, towards the end of this video. What next? Yes, the rear drums are off the car. On the driver's side, the car needs a new wheel bearing. So that is being replaced, and we just got our order from Mini Spares of, so we've got longer studs now, so we can put the late model Rover Mini type drums on with a slightly wider spacer, about half an inch wider both sides, just to set the wheels out a little bit better. Okay, so I'm just going to jump in here just to show you. So on the left, this is the original brake drum of the Metro. So as you can see, it does have a little built-in spacer. So like very basic Minis would have had the brake drum with no spacer at all. So whenever obviously the Metro then has the 12-inch wheels, they added in this little inbuilt spacer into the brake drum and just set the wheels out a little bit further, obviously for brake clearance and so on, and to make the rear look similar to the front when with the disc brakes fitted. However, on the right, these are what we are fitting. These are off a later Mini. I believe these actual drums came off a late 90s or mid 90s Mini. Also Cooper S's would have had these as well with a much bigger inbuilt spacer. So this is an inch as opposed to the half inch. So given that, that's going to allow the wheels to sit out further on the car and just give it a bit of a nicer appearance and just fill the arches out a little bit more. So yeah, we have new studs, longer studs to fit to the hubs, and then we can fit these onto the car. So hopefully in the next episode these will now be fitted. What else did we get in that order? Yes, we got center caps, new center caps for the wheels. The wheels had the wrong center caps on when we got the car, so we've now got the correct center caps. So those will be fitted once the wheels are fully refurbished. New tires on. What else can we say? Oh yes, round the back, Dad also has fitted the new struts to the boot lid. So yeah, so the boot lid will no longer fall on our head when we open it, and it's working really well. Actually, maybe too well. So if we can reach it, so that's great. So they now work, and that is now done. The exhaust, remember, had a broken hanger. New rubber is now fitted, and that's now on and looking much better as well, rather than flopping about when we first got the car. So yeah, we're getting our way around it. Around the front, another thing we got done, the grille, we painted the grille satin black. The original grille had got colour had rear washed out, had got very light grey, and sun bleached, and also that is now resplendent now in satin black. I think it looks really smart. Even actually took it all apart, took the badge off, and it all lovely and masked off, and yeah, really spent a bit of time in getting that done right. The spare wheel, which is a metric wheel and tire, had them split. The wheel is now refurbished. Just waiting for the tire to be refitted, so it's a metric tire on the metric wheel, so the tire is still in good condition. So we've got that to fit, and we'll do that at the same time as we do the alloys. So yeah, we're getting on well with the car. Off camera, I'll put on some footage here now of when I started detailing the car. So getting the I put a line down the middle of the bonnet, just to show the difference between how the paint was when we got the car very flat and what it was whenever I tea-colored it and polished it and waxed it. Flashback. Okay, so what I've done off camera here was just make a start to start on the paintwork. Started with this wing here, so I've tea-colored it, polished it and waxed it, and then I started working my way onto the bonnet. But what I've done is I've actually, just to show the difference here, I've actually put a masking line down the middle of the bonnet. So here is the before, As you can see, very, very flat paintwork. As we come across to the middle, is your line here at this point, from the very flat metal to the lovely new shiny metal at this side. So the lovely shiny paintwork on this side. So yeah, there's been quite a difference there in bringing that paintwork up. Obviously, reds and yellows are one of the most common ones for fading. So I think this has come up really nicely, as you can see there. So yeah, we'll continue on with the work there. We'll get the bonnet finished. We'll work our way down onto the other wing and then work our way towards the back of the car. But yeah, I think she's going to turn into a very nice looking little Metro here.
End of flashback.
So that's done. Yeah, so what I want to do now is just go around and give the car a detail. It's going to be a very quick detail, just to get the car looking a bit better, a bit easier to work on, a nice fresh clean car. And once everything's all finished, we'll get the car out. I'll give it a really good detail again from top to bottom and get it look really, really well. But I think literally just doing the bonnet so far has really made a huge difference on the car. So yeah, let's crack on and we'll get the rest of the car all done quickly, and then we'll start into possibly make a start on the wheels. Okay, so just want to take a quick break from working on the Metro here, just to fill you in on what's been happening with the channel in the background. So we are now really, really excited to announce that we are part of the Classic Mini DIY crew. So Classic Mini DIY is a United States-based YouTube channel. So Cole, who runs the channel, has a huge number of videos on YouTube showing different jobs that you can do in your own home garage on your Classic Mini, hence Classic Mini DIY. So if it's doing some work to your brakes, if it's working on rebuilding your gearbox, even just some very, very simple things, you know, how to change your gear knob and things like that, there is a huge amount of resources available on the YouTube channel, as well as there's a great resource on his website as well. So comparison of carb needles, right down to the different wheels you can get for your Mini and so on. So it's a fantastic website to visit as well. In addition to that, there is a shop, so you can get some merchandise like the hoodie I'm wearing here today, t-shirts, you can get caps and beanies and so on. Maybe need a beanie in this weather at the minute because it's quite cold here in Northern Ireland. There's posters, you can post it in your office or in your living room or in your garage, as well as that he does some great parts for your Mini too, right through to even to turbocharging kits and tuning diagnostics and remote oil filter housings and brake lines and so on, you name it, it's available there. So it's well worth going over and checking out both Classic Mini DIY YouTube channel and the website. So what, as part of this collaboration, Classic Mini DIY are able to offer you a 5% discount on all orders over $20. If you put in the code, which is now up on the screen, which is Team Bodywork Classics in the checkout, then that discount will be activated for you. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know that, and yeah, hopefully you will head over to Classic Mini DIY and give them a bit of support as well. Okay, so we're really happy with how the Metro's turned out. Now we've got all of the bodywork given its first bit of a detail, and there's still plenty of work still to do detailing wise. It's still a little bit around the edges that we maybe need to rub back, touch in with some paint and so on, but for the and do the interior and so on, but and under the bonnet. But for the most part, it's looking really nice, and it's so much easier to work on the car when it is in a nice clean condition. So just at the end of the video, I'll take a wee spin around and I'll show you how it's looking, and I think you'll agree it's looking so much better than it did when we first got the car. But what I want to do now is actually make a start on these wheels. So you can see tires are off. The wheels are, yeah, they're not in bad condition. There's some wee bits of curbing in places, but we can tidy up a little bit and lacquer peel and so on. But the plan is just to do a very quick job. We're not going to be going professional on this at all. It's just a DIY refurb. So with some little attachments, attachments on the drill and so on. That just the attachment heads for the drill, that we can get them tidied up, get the worst of the lacquer peel and the worst of the paint peel off them, and then give them a good clean with a wire brush and so on. We'll get them in a pretty nice condition. I said this is a budget build, so we're going to do this all on a budget. We're just going to do this at home. But yeah, the plan will be get these wheels tidied up, which we'll do off camera, because there's a fair wee bit of work involved in getting them back to look in relatively good condition. So we'll do that, and yeah, hopefully we will get some footage of the cars getting fitted if the tire fitter is happy for us to do so, and yeah, then we can get these back on the car. So I'd like to get this done fairly soon and get the car back off the ramp and onto its wheels properly. So this will be over the course of the next week or so. Hope to have the wheels done and tires on them and get them back onto the Metro. So yeah, we'll take a wee quick spin around just as an outro to this video. So I hope you're enjoying seeing how we're working on this Metro here. It's a nice fun little project, something a little bit different, and yeah, we're enjoying it. So hopefully you are as well. So if you are, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and all the usual. Follow us on socials and so on. So yeah, looking forward to seeing you on the very next one, and hopefully on the next episode we will have the majority of the mechanical works done. We'll have the car putting the car back on its wheels, and yeah, we'll start tidying up some other areas of it. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. So yeah, catch you soon. Bye.